Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Failed Journalist and welcome to my channel, and today we are talking about Regal's reopening of movie theaters on July 10th. Now we have already done a video about this for AMC theaters reopening, and if you want to watch that video, you can watch that one if you plan to go back to the movie theaters and want to know what AMC's policy on reopening the movie theaters are. However, today we are going to be talking about Regal's plans to reopen. Now Regal is reopening a little bit sooner than AMC. AMC will largely be reopening on July 10th. Regal is going to begin reopening on July 10th. And as with AMC, they have set together some, safety guidelines that we want to go over and explain what this means. It might not be that much different from AMC, but we're going to do it anyway. So anyway, Regal reopening begins July 10th. New safety and health procedures at all Regal theaters. Regal announces plans for the reopening of theaters starting Friday, July 10th. Reopening plans include a wide range of new health and safety measures based on guidelines provided by the CDC and other public health organizations. The plan also includes safety measures based on feedback received from employees and moviegoers they have deemed most important for their return. Regal will also provide new contactless payment options and innovative sanitizing methods, including contactless payment, along with the ability to purchase tickets in advance on the Regal mobile app. Guests will now have the ability to purchase concession items from the app. I believe that feature was already there, but I don't think a lot of people used it, and so now they are really going to be stressing that you can buy your concessions from the app. ULV foggers. Employees will sanitize every auditorium and seat after each movie using new electrostatic fogger equipment. This form of deep sanitization is highly effective in disinfecting all materials with a non-toxic formula that is fast drying. Along with the above procedures, each theater will sanitize high contact points on an increased schedule and use floor markers throughout the building to assist with social distancing. Additionally, the following safety measures that cover the entire movie-going experience will be implemented, providing a safe venue for employees and guests. Now then, for Regal employees. Regal employees will undergo daily health screenings, including temperature checks where mandated. Basically, they want to check to see if they have a fever. Employees will be required to wash hands at minimum every 30 to 60 minutes, depending on job role. All employees will be required to wear masks. Now, as I mentioned in my AMC video, the hand washing thing isn't necessarily new per se, but they're pointing it out to really make people feel safer. The lobby. As related to our employees, guests will also be required to wear masks. Greeters will be located in the lobby to assist guests with new procedural changes. Guests will be encouraged to proceed to their auditorium as soon as possible and exit the theater in a timely manner at the conclusion of their movie. Wall-mounted sanitizer dispensers will be available on either side of the main entrance. Vending machines and water fountains will not be available for use. Now, I am going to say on a side note, while I understand this, I am thinking that they might have to have some system, because you can't just deny people water. If they want water, they have to have a way to get water. So we'll kind of see how far they take that, whether or not they're just going to be handing out bottles of water. I mean, bottles of water are cheap. You can get like 40 of these at a Costco for $3.40. But that would certainly be a bitter pill to swallow, because Regal, as well as other movie theaters, like to charge $3 to $4 for a bottle of Dasani water. If they have to start providing that because they have to provide water, they might not be too happy about that, but maybe that's a cost that they're willing to eat, or maybe they'll just do like their own little tap water and put it in a cup. I don't know. Where required by local governance, arcade games will be closed. Not surprising at all. Now then, the concession stands. Every other register will be closed to maintain social distancing. A reduced menu offering will be temporarily available. Self-service condiment stands will be closed. Refills on large drinks and popcorn will be suspended. Now, this is the second time I brought it up, and for me, this isn't going to be that big of a deal, because first of all, we rarely buy the large popcorn or the large drink, and even if we did, we don't even finish it. I cannot remember the last time I've gotten a free refill. But this will be a bit of a bitter pill for families as well, because families typically buy the large popcorn and the large drink because of free refills, and that's just not going to be the case anymore. Now, I suspect within a month or so they will probably find an alternative way to get you your free refills, or worst case scenario, they will remove the refills altogether. I don't know. But considering that refills were a big selling point for getting the large, it's going to be interesting to see what they do from this point on. So, locations featuring diners, restaurants, and in-theater ordering will have these services temporarily suspended. That's interesting because AMC did not comment on like the AMC dine-in being suspended, because the restaurant and diner thing is pretty pretty profitable for them. So, but Regal is saying that that will be suspended. So that's interesting. Locations with bars will remain open for walk-up service only. You know, what's interesting is that with AMC, the MacGuffin's bar, they said that they would be closed, whereas Regal's bar will be open. Just kind of shows how they're doing things a little differently. Now for the auditorium, where required by state or county mandate, auditorium capacities will be reduced to 50%. Our reservation system will maintain 2 empty seats between groups, 1 seat at recliner locations, to maintain proper social distancing throughout the movie. Now, what's interesting about this is when it comes to, for example, the Regal Unlimited and buying the tickets in advance, unlike AMC Stubs A-List where you can add people to your party, you do not have such a feature for Regal Unlimited, which means when we buy tickets, we'll have to buy seats separate from one another. Now, I'm sure we could kind of scoot together once we get there, but it's going to be interesting if that will affect how many tickets they can sell, and Regal might want to look into that. So, group sizes will only be limited where required by a state or county mandate. So, there you go. And they have some promotions here, which we will talk about in another video. Now then, you might notice one thing that is conspicuously missing from this description, and that is the masks. Will you be required to wear masks? Now, here's the interesting thing. Originally, Regal was taking the position that they would not require masks, but they would encourage them. Now, on a personal level, I don't know why the movie theaters decided to take this position when it was so stupid. Movie theaters, you put a bunch of people in a closed area where there's 4 walls surrounding them. If you've ever seen virus, you can see how quickly that can spread. You're like in a little petri dish. So the fact that they would not make masks mandatory was a problem, but no one really said much about it with Regal. But when the AMC CEO said that they didn't want to make a political statement, it blew up, and after AMC started trending, Regal started trending. As a result of Regal trending, they have announced that they will require masks. So, I don't know if this one has like the statement, but this Collider's article reads, in what will hopefully be a domino situation, Regal Cinemas announced today that when it reopens its theaters on July 10th, it will require all guests to wear masks. Disposable masks will be made available as needed, but at this point you likely already have a mask or two on your own. It doesn't say if you have to buy the mask. I'm sure you would. If not, I'd suggest getting one. This is our new normal. The decision comes in the wake of AMC reversing course, so yeah, anyway, we know that. So they haven't updated it here to stress the mask wearing. Oh, here's the thing. As related to our employees, guests will also be required to wear masks. So yes, they do say that. But originally this was not going to be the case. So as of this filming, Cinemark is the only theater to not require masks. I also don't believe I will be making a video for Cinemark, because Cinemark made their own video, and they actually, for some reason, don't seem to have the new theater guidelines on their website, which I find to be particularly odd. But anyway, so that's where we stand right now with Regal and AMC. Now the question remains, what do all of you think about this? Is this enough to make you feel safe to come back to the movies or are there concerns here, or are you just going to wait a little while? Like, what do you think? Now, I'm going to reiterate the advice that I left at the end of the AMC. If you want to go back to the theaters and you want to reduce your chances of getting sick as much as possible, aside from following all these guidelines clearly, I would avoid weekends. Don't go to the theaters on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where people tend to flock. Instead, aim for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Also, if possible, see the early matinee showings because less people tend to show up on the weekdays during those show times. You do that, and chances are you will be fine going to the theater. There's no guarantee, but you have a better chance. But anyway, what do you think about all of this? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.